Michael, I can't take it anymore. Your father's constant demands for money, it's suffocating us, Beauty said. I know, Beauty. I am sorry. I thought he would understand that we have our own expenses to manage, Michael replied. Beauty replied, but he doesn't care. He just keeps calling and asking for more. And when I say we can't send any more money, he accuses me of being disrespectful to him and to you. I will talk to him again. Maybe he will listen this time, Michael replied. Michael picks up his phone and dials his father's number. Michael, my son. How are you? Michael's father said over the phone. Dad, we need to talk about something important, Michael said. Sure. But first, could you send me some money? I need it for, Michael's father was requesting when Michael interrupted him. No, Dad. We can't keep sending you money all the time, and you will keep on spending it extravagantly and requesting for more. We don't pluck money from trees and we have our own bills to pay. Beauty's been under a lot of stress because of this, Michael said. Michael's father replied angrily, What? Are you saying I can't rely on my own son to take care of me? You're just like your useless mother. Michael replied, Dad, don't bring Mom into this. And I am not saying we won't help you, but we need to find a solution that works for everyone. Solution? Huh? The only solution is for you to send me more money so I can live like a king in the village. Michael sighs heavily, knowing that reasoning with his father is futile. Beauty sits alone in the kitchen, tears streaming down her face. She wipes them away as she hears footsteps approaching. Michael enters, his expression weary. Beauty asked her husband, Did you talk to him? Yeah, but it was pointless. He just doesn't get it, Michael replied. I don't know how much longer I can handle this, Michael. It's like he's sucking the life out of us, Beauty said. Michael replied, I know, Beauty. I know. But we will figure something out. We always do. I just wish things were different, Beauty said. Michael replied, Me too, Beauty. Me too. Weeks pass, and tensions continue to rise between Beauty, Michael, and Michael's father. One evening, Michael's father arrives unannounced, his voice booming with anger. Michael's father said, Where is my money, Michael? I demand to be treated with respect in my own son's house. Michael said, Dad, please calm down. We have been over this. Michael's father replied, Over this? There is nothing to discuss. You owe me, Michael. You owe me everything. Beauty, who has been listening from the next room, can't take it anymore. She storms into the living room, her eyes blazing with fury. Beauty said angrily, No, you listen to me. We don't owe you anything. We have been supporting you for years, and it's never enough for you. Michael's father sneering, the little monster finally speaks up. Tell me, dear, how does it feel to be married to a failure like my son? Michael stepping forward, That's enough, Dad. You can insult me all you want, but you will not disrespect my wife in our own home. Beauty went inside their bedroom angrily, and picked up her phone to call her mother. Mom, my father-in-law is at it again. We currently gave him money that was supposed to last him for a month, but he spent it in few days and now he just arrived at our house unannounced to take another money from us. I am really tired of this situation. The next day, as Beauty and Michael was discussing in their living room on how to settle Michael's father's extravagant and unsatisfied attitude, the sound of the doorbell interrupted them. Michael goes to answer it. It was Beauty's mother standing at the doorstep, with a concerned look on her face. Beauty's mother said to her daughter, "Beauty, my dear. How are you?" "Mom, what are you doing here?" Beauty asked her mother. "When you told me what has been happening, Beauty, I couldn't stay away any longer," Beauty's mother said. "Mom, you shouldn't have come," Beauty said. Beauty's mother replied, "Nonsense. I am your mother, and I will always be here for you, no matter what." Michael watched them discuss, having a mixture of gratitude and concern in his eyes. Beauty's mother approached Michael's father, her presence commanding attention. "You should be ashamed of yourself, treating your own family like this. Beauty and Michael are good people, and they deserve better than this," Beauty's mother said. "And who are you to tell me what they deserve? You abandoned your own husband in the village to live a life of luxury in the city," Michael's father said angrily to Beauty's mother. Beauty's mother flinches at the accusation, but she stands her ground. "I left the village to the city to talk sense into you. This your habit of spending money unwisely has to stop. I know how much Michael sends to me and my husband monthly, and we are not able to finish it in even 2 months, talk more a few days. And for your information, my husband knows I'm here. I will do whatever it takes to protect my daughter and my son-in-law from people like you," Beauty's mother replied. Michael's father's face reddens with rage, but before he can respond, Michael interjects. "Dad, I think it is time for you to leave. We can't keep doing this." Michael's father glares at his son, but finally, with a huff of indignation, he storms out of the house, leaving behind a heavy silence. All of a sudden, Michael's father came back into the house again, saying that he won't leave until they give him the money he requested. Michael promised to give him money this time and told him that if he doesn't spend it wisely, that it will be the last money he will receive from them. In the morning of the next day, Michael's father knocked on his son's bedroom door to tell him that he would like to go back to the village that day, because there are a lot of events he has missed in the village since he came to the city. "I would like you to give me that money you promised me this morning," Michael's father said. Michael replied with a disappointing face, "Dad, was that why you woke me up so early this morning?" "Okay, fine, I will go get the money for you." Michael handed the money over to his father, and his father said, "This is what you should have done since I arrived here in the city, but no, you decided to listen to that your wife, but it's fine. Dad, you didn't even say thank you for the money I gave you. Do you know that I already made up my mind not to give you this money, but my wife talked me into giving it to you, and now see what you are saying about her. Don't even mistakenly say this to her hearing," Michael replied. Michael's father saw his in-law sitting quietly in the living room. He approached her and said, "You see, you and your daughter plan didn't work." Then, he went into the room happily to pack his bag and left to the village. Days passed, and the tension in the house begins to ease. Michael and Beauty spend more time together, rebuilding their relationship in the aftermath of the confrontation. One evening, as they sit together on the couch, Beauty's mother approaches them, a small smile playing on her lips. Beauty's mother said happily, "I have something to tell you both." "What is it, Mom?" Michael said with concern. Michael and Beauty exchange a curious glance, waiting for her to continue. Then, Beauty said jokingly, "Or do you want to ask for your own money?" All of them busted out laughing. "I am going back to the village," Beauty's mother said. Beauty said with surprise, "What? Why?" My in-law has gone back to the village and the situation is calm now, so I don't see the reason for me to continue staying here, Beauty's mother said. Beauty's mother's words hung in the air, heavy with emotion. Mom, are you sure about this? Michael asked his mother-in-law. Beauty's mother said with confidence, yes, my son. I need to go and take care of my husband, he will be missing me by now. As Beauty's mother prepares to leave, she embraces her daughter tightly, then her son-in-law gave her money. She was grateful for the money she received from her son-in-law. Beauty's mother said, take care of each other, my darlings. And remember, no matter the pressure you encounter from my in-law, endeavor to settle the matter amicably. With one last lingering glance, Beauty's mother gathers her belongings and steps out of the house. As few months passed, Michael's father's behavior became increasingly erratic. He squandered the money Michael sent him on frivolous expenses, leaving himself destitute and his son's family in turmoil. Sensing that something needed to be done, Beauty took matters into her own hands. One afternoon, she made her way to the village elders' council, with a determined look on her face. Beauty said to the elders, I need your help. The elders, wise and respected members of the community, listened intently as Beauty recounted the situation to the elders. The first elder said, this is a serious matter, indeed. It's not right for a father to treat his son and daughter-in-law in such a manner. We must speak with your father-in-law and make him understand the gravity of his actions, the second elder said. The elders agreed to summon Michael's father to a meeting, where they would confront him about his behavior and demand that he changes his ways. The elders invited Michael's father for a meeting. On the day of the meeting, Michael's father arrived at the elders' council so concerned on the reason why the elders summoned him. The first elder said, Michael's father, we have called you here today to address your treatment of your son and daughter-in-law. What business is it of yours how I treat my own family? Michael's father asked. The second elder replied, it is our business when your actions cause harm to others. Your son and daughter-in-law have been generous to you, and yet you continue to take advantage of them. Michael's father listened as the elders spoke, his anger slowly giving way to a sense of shame and remorse. We will not tolerate such behavior in this community. If you continue to harass your son and daughter-in-law for money, you will face severe consequences, the third elder said. Michael's father replied, I understand. With a heavy heart, Michael's father left the meeting, his mind filled with thoughts of the pain he had caused his family. One evening, Michael and Beauty sat in their living room, discussing. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Michael's heart skipped a beat as he opened it to find his father standing on the doorstep, his eyes downcast and his hands trembling. Michael asked his father, Dad, what are you doing here? And his father replied, I came to apologize. Michael and Beauty exchanged a surprised glance, unsure of what to make of his father's sudden change of heart. Michael asked with surprise, apologize? For what? For everything. For the way I have treated you and Beauty. For the pain I have caused you both. Michael's father said. Tears welled up in Michael's eyes as he embraced his father, a wave of forgiveness washing over him. Dad, we forgive you. We just want things to be better between us. Michael replied. Beauty said, yes, Dad. We want to move forward as a family. Michael's father wiped away his tears, his heart heavy with gratitude and relief. Thank you, my children. Thank you for giving me another chance, Michael's father said. As they sat together, Basking in the warmth of their reunion, Michael couldn't help but wonder what had caused his father to change his mind. Michael asked, "Dad, what made you realize the harm you were causing us?" "It was the elders. They spoke to me and made me see things differently. They made me realize that I was hurting the people I loved the most," Michael's father said remorsefully. Michael was confused on how the elders got to know about their family issue. He asked the wife, Beauty, who could have informed the elders about the situation. Beauty answered, "I did. The issue was getting out of hand and the only thing I could think of was to go to the elders. I know if I told you about it, you won't have allowed me to go to the village." Michael said with surprise, "Wow. You did well, my wife. Dad, I am glad you have realized your mistakes." With a newfound sense of clarity and purpose, Michael's father vowed to spend his remaining days making amends for his past mistakes. And as they sat together, laughing and sharing stories late into the night, Michael knew that their family had been given a second chance at happiness. Thank you for watching. If you found this video entertaining, please consider giving it a like and leaving a comment below to let us know your thoughts. Please, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.